Today, I'm going to give you a short introduction to Universal Design for Learning. Universal Design is all about making experiences better for everyone. For an introduction to Universal Design, see my Universal Design Basics video. When educators design learning experiences, we must keep in mind that all learners are different. They will come to us with different experiences, different interests, and different ways of learning. Our learners may see, hear, and move around differently as well. We can make learning experiences great for everyone using universal design. Universal design for learning is all about creating options that make learning experiences accessible and engaging for all learners. If we offer the right options, our learning experiences will be a great experience for every learner. We can offer different ways for learners to interact with learning activities and demonstrate their learning, and we can offer learning choices that students can choose from based on their strengths, goals, and interests. There are 3 primary brain networks that play a role in learning. It's our job as educators to activate these brain networks in all of our students. However, they may be activated in different ways for each of our students. So how do we achieve this activation? Let's discuss these brain networks next. The recognition networks in our brain allow us to gather information, understand ideas, recall facts, and recognize voices and language, among other things. Our learners' abilities, past experiences, and prior knowledge will affect how their recognition networks function. Activating the recognition networks of a student who speaks English as a second language might look different from activating these same networks in a student who speaks English as their primary language. This doesn't mean, though, that the options we offer this student will not be useful to other students. The additional options and changes we make to our learning experiences sometimes affect other students in positive ways that we could not have predicted before. This makes universal design for learning particularly useful to educators. The strategic networks in our brains allow us to plan and organize tasks, connect ideas together, execute actions, and demonstrate skills. These networks are used when learners apply new knowledge by practicing and demonstrating mastery. The ways in which we allow our learners to demonstrate their knowledge can greatly affect how the strategic networks in their brains will function. Providing ways for our students to effectively demonstrate new knowledge allows us to gauge their new learning more accurately than if they are provided formats in which they cannot perform well. The affective networks in our brains allow us to give meaning to new learning and discover what kinds of things motivate us during learning. Learners become engaged and motivated to learn more when affective networks are activated. You probably have some ideas about what kinds of learning experiences interest you the most. You are probably more able and likely to invest in these learning experiences because of the way your brain works. Limiting the ways that students can interact with learning experiences also limits our ability to capture their motivation. The more options we offer, the more likely it is that we will capture the motivation and interest of all of our students. To ensure that our learners can interact with our learning experiences in the most basic ways, we simply must offer multiple means of representation. Learners will have different abilities, impairments, past learning experiences, and cultural backgrounds. Providing instructional experiences and materials in various formats ensures that all of our students will be able to access our learning experiences. We can offer instruction in various formats such as print, electronic text, visual cues, and audible formats that students can listen to. We can also ensure that information given to students can be customized. Text size, font, contrast and color, the size of images, and the volume and speed of audio and video resources should all be adjustable. We should provide captions and transcripts to go along with video and audio, use speech-to-text technology in the classroom, and provide visual or vibration-based interpretations of music and sounds, allowing all students to interact with auditory experiences. We should also provide print and electronic descriptions of images and graphics, and use tactile or touchable models to help students explore new learning. Remember, some people cannot see with their eyes, but they can see in plenty of other ways. We need to remember that different learners are motivated by different things. We can connect our instruction to our learners' interests in many ways. We can also allow learners to express what they have learned in a variety of ways. Giving students choices can increase motivation and help students get excited about demonstrating new knowledge and skills. For instance, if your learners are going to do a project to show their new learning, why not give them options for how to show that new learning? Options such as a video presentation, a poster, a diorama, a digital slide presentation, or an infographic to present may provide an exciting option for every student in your classroom rather than providing one route for everyone. Even though some students might be very excited to create a poster, others might be much more motivated by the option to create a video. The requirements that you choose to place with each choice are up to you, and they can help us ensure that new learning can be gauged from any type of presentation. There are many resources out there to help you get more ideas for how to motivate and support all of your learners. I challenge you to seek out instructional videos and lesson plans that were created using Universal Design for Learning. Once you have learned a little more about Universal Design for Learning and seen some more examples, I hope you will challenge yourself to create a learning experience that meets the needs of and motivates all learners. Your lesson might not be perfect the first time around, but that's the beauty of learning something new. We can keep learning and practicing, making adjustments as we go. Your incorporation of universal design principles in the learning experiences that you create will change the lives of your learners. I would like to thank you for taking a little time out of your day to learn more about Universal Design for Learning with me. You can visit www.cast.org to learn more about Universal Design for Learning. I would like to thank Dr. Robert Gibson at Emporia State University for the use of his lecture materials, and I would like to thank the team at CAST for helping me learn more about Universal Design for Learning. Remember, as educators, we can change lives in the best ways. This work is licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 International License. To view a copy of this license, visit creativecommons.org/licenses or send a letter to Creative Commons, P.O. Box 18666, Mountain View, California 94042, USA.